Hi, my name's Oliver, welcome to Testing by Pixel Movies. This is a review of the Yamaha 2700 sound projector. It's not a SoundBar, this is totally different to a SoundBar. SoundBars you can get most supermarkets these days, your usual electrical stores. They're to improve the sound of a standard TV, give it a bit more richness, a bit wider sound field. They'll say virtual surround sound. It's never going to sound like a full home cinema system with multiple speakers. It's there just to give your TV a little bit better sound. Now this is a totally different beast. This will produce still kind of like a virtual surround sound because you don't have your speakers. But the way it does it is by firing beams of sound around the room, bouncing it off the walls to the position where you're sat and listening to your film, movie, music, whatever you may be listening to. So it does this by a setup process which gives you a little microphone which comes with the unit. It comes on a long cable. You plug it into the back of here, you put the microphone wherever you're sat. This will then go through a calibration setup. It will make a whole lot of weird noises, tweets, chirps and things like that, low rumbles, and the microphone will pick up those sounds and it will calibrate to your room. So those sounds are sounds bouncing off your walls to that microphone wherever you've placed it, wherever you're going to sit and listen to your movie, and this will calibrate it to that listening position. I've done it, I've had this about a month now. I've done the calibration, I've done tweaks a little bit to that calibration, mostly out of the box, and once you do that calibration on its own it's fine. I like to have a bit of a tweak and I've managed to improve it a little bit with a few tweaks. Very easy to do. If any of you get one of these, you need help, leave me some comments in the below and I can always talk you through how to do that if you need any advice. But this has an array of 16 little mini speaker drivers behind this grill. They will fire out sound in the listener's direction, so you'll have a series in the middle here which will fire sound directly at you as your centre speaker. You'll have some to the side slightly angled which will give you left and right speakers with a wider sound stage. Then you'll have some which will be angled to bounce off the walls and they will give you your rear surround effects. Now this will do either a 5.1 or a 7.1 system. That's to sound like that kind of system. So basically in the olden days, I say, even currently, you can have a home cinema system that's made up of actual physical speakers. So you'll have a centre speaker, a left and right speaker. You'll have some surround sound satellite speakers as well to give you those surround effects of a helicopter flying over, back to front, spinning around you, that kind of thing. You can even these days have a 7.1 system which will give you a couple of extra speakers, left and right as well, maybe central, maybe to the side of your listening position, there's some behind you. You can position those any way you like really. They will give you a more enveloping surround sound, but you've got to have, for a dedicated system, your 7.1, 3.1 being your sub-bass speaker, which is your low frequency speaker, which I've got down here. And those dedicated separate speakers linked to a receiver or amplifier to drive the sound format that you're listening to create that home cinema feel. Some people don't like having all the speakers around, wires around. I know my wife doesn't. I used to have those kind of systems. I've been installing these systems for over 25 years now, giving advice on what to buy. I do tend to come back to Yamaha products because they are very, very good products. This is another very good Yamaha product. It does literally what it says on the tin. It will produce a very, very lifelike virtual surround effect. So I've tweaked this. I've got a few demo material that I like to play on this. One of them is a Dolby Atmos trailer. It was designed for cinemas, designed for people like me who install systems, so I can go out and show people what what things can sound like, you know, the upgrades I can do. So I use this particular trailer called the a Maze trailer. So it's a Dolby a Dolby Atmos trailer, but it's just as good play through here. It's really good, and it's various different sound effects with some video footage of rainforests, rain falling, raindrops, thunderstorms. Gives you low rumble bass, gives you really clear crystal sound, and it's a really good test for this for any system. But it's really good to show that this can produce really good separated surround sound effects when set up properly. Another one to try as well that I test with is the film Gravity. The opening sequence to Gravity is amazing to test for a system like this. And an oldie but a good one is Jurassic Park, where the T-Rex escapes. Is a really good test as well for the low rumble. You feel surrounded by rain, and it's just a perfect test for the system as well. So easy to set up with the microphone option. So you just plug in the microphone in the back, like I say, set it up, put the microphone where you want it, and it will calibrate to where you're sat, and you can tweak it yourself if you need to. So that's what this is dedicated to mainly. It's dedicated to giving you a surround sound, the proper surround sound effect without all those speakers and wires, and it does a really good job. I can't praise it enough. For me, it's hard to think when you actually sat there watching a film that this is producing what you're listening to, because it is such a big. It's got big sound to it. It does sound a lot bigger than this unit is. It's a very compact unit. Forget about the speaker, the bass speaker. You can put that wherever you like because it's omnidirectional bass. So that could really be anywhere. It's wireless as well, so it doesn't have to be wired to this unit. You can wire it, but you don't have to. I've not noticed any difference in sound with that. So yeah, it's a little compact miracle really from Yamaha. Absolutely love it. What else does it do? Quite a few bells and whistles in this as well. So it has MusicCast built in, which is Yamaha's proprietary system. And what that does is basically I could have my mobile phone, I could be playing something from Spotify, from Google Play, through my mobile phone to this device. Music will play through fine. It sounds very good with music as well. You can use your DSP options as well that you've got built into this. There's 10 different DSP options, which is your digital sound processing options from Yamaha. They do a very good job of those. They're all based on real world environments. So they're taking measurements of real theatres, that kind of thing, and crammed it into this so you get a really good open sound stage for if you want to listen to music and make it feel like a concert, that kind of thing. So you've got 10 different options from anything from adventure, spectacle, sci-fi movies, music video. It will also try and add some frequency response back into downscaled music like MP3s and lossy formats. I'll try and add some frequency response back into there to make MP3 stuff sound better and lossy formats sound better. So it's a really good system for that. It's MusicCast will, like I say, you'll stream from music. You'll stream from your phone to here via Bluetooth. This will then stream that signal via MusicCast to any other MusicCast speaker. It's not via Bluetooth, so if you've got another speaker that is MusicCast enabled, I do have one, I've got one in my bedroom. It's a portable one, I can take it around anywhere I like, but you can stream that music from here to that other speaker with no delay, no latency whatsoever. It just sends it to it, and it's a perfect system. You can do it Bluetooth, but then you get the delay with it as well. So it's just to think it's really a good system when it's dedicated and used with Yamaha's multicast systems. So there's that option as well for you. And like I say, you can just Bluetooth to this, which is fine. It does have one of the inputs in the back, it has a LAN connector, so it has Ethernet option there. You can do that so you could link to a DNLA network and stream music from there. Other inputs includes 3 HDMI inputs and 1 HDMI out. You've got optical and coax sound in as well. You've got a port as well for the microphone, the setup microphone. So it's got a good collection of inputs as well. The only thing I would like on some of these units, and what manufacturers I think would need to get on board with, is giving you more than one output. I think in a modern world these days of AV usage and a lot of the things that I install, systems that I install, most people are looking for a unit which will have at least 2 outputs to out to either another TV, maybe in another room, or like I have a projector which I reviewed recently at the back of the room there, and I'd love to have a second output from this that will go to my projector. It's not a deal breaker at all, there's ways around it, but this is a top end unit, and it would be nice to see it with a couple of outputs. So the next model that Yamaha bring out that could give us a couple of outputs rather than just the one. What I also like to find out with these kind of systems is whether they will work with everything else that I've got. So this is a brand new sparkling 65-inch TV, 4K Ultra HD, 2016 model, and I want to make sure that this unit worked with this fine. Now, I had the 2500 model version before this. The 2500 model didn't work very well with the TV because of HDCP 2.2. Now that's a copy protection system brought out to stop people copying 4K content, that kind of thing. And there's various different levels of HDCP, from what came on Blu-ray to what comes on 4K Ultra HD discs. The 2500 didn't support HDCP 2.2. This does. It passes through the copy protection, it passes through HDR, and it passes through 4K 60p as well. So it works really nicely with this TV. Plays ball with this TV fine. I have an Xbox One S down here. The Xbox One S will actually give you a checking system, and it'll make sure that the signal coming from there going through here into the TV is everything's going through, and it ticks all the boxes, and it works fine. So I know this passes through HDCP and HDR and everything, which is great. The 2500 is obsolete now. It's been discontinued. It's obviously going to be still out there, but it's just to make you aware that if you do see one at a good price or anything like that, it won't pass through. It'll pass through 4K, but it won't pass through the HDCP 2.2 handshake signal. So you'll get a message up, and it may downscale then to 1080p or something like that. So it's just something to be aware of. We mentioned this mesh before at the front, which is great. The kids can't put their fingers in there through the speaker cones. You've got little lights here, a red or green one here, depending whether it's on or off. It tells you whether Bluetooth is connected, whether the Wi-Fi signal is connected. A short press on the remote control will bring up a LED display behind here telling you what signal you're on. It'll stay on for a few seconds and it'll go off, so it looks black more or less all the time, which is really nice and neat. So it's a really lovely system. It's really, when you sat listening to a movie with this, it's really strange to think that big sound that you're getting is coming from such a small package. It's bigger than a lot of SoundBars, a little bit chunkier, but it's very well built. It looks nice and it sounds just amazing. I can't praise it enough. I've not come across anything. There's been some people who've tried to do this before. Yamaha have been doing this for a while now. The first iterations of this, the first models that they bought out of these were okay, and then they've really upped the game, and this is by far the best thing I've heard in a system like this to try and produce a full 5.1 feel, this does the job, and it does it amazingly. And you'll sit there and you'll listen to it and you'll just think, how is it doing that just from this box? But actually, I can't praise it enough. Absolutely love it. Now, I mentioned before, you won't think they could do better than this. Yamaha have done better than this. They've produced another sound projector from this, which is the YSP 5600. It's a lot deeper. I think it's mainly meant to be wall mounted. It has a lot more drivers in it. It has drivers left and right as well, which point up to the ceiling because it's an Atmos enabled device as well, so it will accept an Atmos signal, and it will take the channel that is the upper channel, the ceiling channel, and it will power those through the end drivers. So it has multiple end drivers pointed up at the ceiling. It'll send those up and it'll bounce those down to your listening position and create that Atmos effect as well, with extra drivers for your side and your rear and things like that. I've not heard one yet in the flesh. Hopefully I might be able to review one and give you an update on that another time, but we'll see about that. But I've been giving advice on this for like 25 years, installing these for 25 years, these systems, and I've probably advised people about, over the last probably month, about 4 or 5 people to look at this unit instead of, if they can't put in speakers, look at this unit. I've given people demos of this in my home. They've just been wowed by it. I was wowed by it when I got it set up properly. I think you will be too. Like I said, I'll leave some details below, things like the Amaze trailer download will be there. I'll put the link to the user manual for this. If you are thinking about getting one, try and get a demo of one first, in a good setup, somewhere that knows what they're talking about, knows what they're doing. Or if not, get in touch with me. If you're local to me, I'll try my best to try and demo this for you if I can do, if you are looking to get one. And yeah, like I said, can't praise it enough. Yamaha have done a fabulous job, which they do with most of their products. I've been recommending Yamaha receivers and amplifiers for a long time, and this is another amazing Yamaha product. Hopefully I might get to review a 5600. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to me down below. We'll try and produce more videos like this. I've started getting to the AV side now as well. It's a passion of mine, something I've been passionate about for a while. Going to try and get some more items to review, and we'll put those on there when we get them. Keep watching, keep looking in, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.